Good afternoon, welcome to the Jim's Test and Tag match of the round. It is Dromana and Frankston Bombers, battle for second place, and the umpire holds the ball aloft, and it will be Hayden Moore in the ruck against Michael Faulkner. No one got the decisive tap there. Stacks on the mill in the middle of the ground. Player tries to get out with it there, but there's plenty of numbers around the footy, and the umpire will come in and resume play. In the opening quarter, tip boys, short pass.
Yeah, look, you can't go past Dromana, mate, at their home ground. They'll look the goods, although when I last saw the Bombers, they were very impressive, Towie.
Geordie King.
Yeah, I think Dromana's going to do pretty good today.
Okay, so we're back into the forward line. Degenhart gets the first kick forward there for the Frankston Bombers. Goes over the head there of Zach Longham and through for a minor score. So a good start there to the Frankston Bombers. The first inside 50 entry for them. Who are we watching this afternoon for both teams, Geordie?
Dromana, we have Adam Hunter, Paul Minchington, Ryan Slocum, Dan Gormley and Terry Wheeler, and for Frankston, Ryan Loney, Jay Reynolds, Nathan Loney, Duncan Proud and Jason Bedford.
So those stats will be brought to us by Pest Free this afternoon as the ball comes out to the wing position. It's Adam Hunter, goes up there toward Matt Naratsaglu, could have got one high. Duncan Proud, good spoil in the end, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Right in front of our commentary position, the Jim's Test and Tag commentary position. The ball gets thrown back into play. Hayden Moore, front spot was good. Jay Reynolds has been in terrific form this season. He's seen over the line against Terry Wheeler, and the umpire will throw the ball back in once again.
Jay Reynolds been very impressive this year, Towie.
He has. Michael Faulkner, he's got plenty of stickers on the arms there. Ball gets tapped to the ground. They've got the numbers around the footy here. Jason Bedford got a handball out. Eventually the ball again goes over the line and out of bounds. So the Tigers in third position going into this match. Frankston Bombers in second place. Undefeated, the Bombers. But we feel that their next three matches, including this one today, Sorrento next week and then Pearcedale, are going to be the big games for them as Jason Bedford gets a kick up towards the half-forward line. But there he is, the skipper for the Tigers. Ricky Johnson goes out wide. It's a lovely looking kick, looking for Gertz. Couldn't find him. The ball comes down now. He was able to recover, goes inside 50, but there he is. Jason Kingsbury, one of the best taggers in the competition this year, went out wide. Wasn't his greatest kick. Put his teammate there and Al Williams under pressure, and the ball eventually on the outer side pocket goes out of bounds.
Although the sun's shining today, Towie, it looks to be a bit breezy out there, with the breeze, I think, going to the safety beach side of the ground.
It is, and that's the side that Frankston Bombers kicking to in the opening quarter, left of screen. So the ball's inside 50, up they go, good tap there. Kicked away, that was Reynolds, kicked it towards the centre of the ground there. This is Sammy Gertz now, runs towards the wing position, tries to turn his opponent inside out. He's been caught holding the ball. Fulton should have been paid a free kick, wasn't. Clark, he gets tackled well. The Bombers doing well in the tackling state so far. As Ricky Johnson gets a handball out, gave it to Hogan. Hogan goes to the centre of the ground. There's Coyle. Was fantastic last week, Coyle. There's the umpire's found something. It's going to be against James Degenhart. I reckon he's going to be sent from the field as Ricky Johnson just pushes him onto the ground as well, but he's been yellow carded, James Degenhart, so he's going to be sent from the field. So not the start that Frankston Bombers wanted. That was the boundary umpire, I think, who was all over that.
Yeah, it was, Towie. That couple of
third umpire perhaps, not sure, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Short pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got the ball back in the centre of the ground anyway. Jay Naratsaglu's got it. Fulton and Sammy Gertz just having a bit of how do you do in the centre of the ground as well. Fulton just stopping him from running forward. So the umpire still waiting to, still trying to sort something out.
I'm not too sure what's going on here, Towie.
Jay Naratsaglu's got the ball anyway at centre half back. He's looking to go sidewards. There's not a lot up forward going for him. Goes now. It's going to go over the head of Coyle, so he's got to get on his bike. Loney's with him. Comes out there towards Brun. He couldn't get it either. They dive on top of it. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going Dromana's way, and it'll go down there towards Christian Ongarello. So Ongarello at half forward. The awkward kicking left foot style goes out towards Waddell, and Waddell screams out and takes the mark. He wants to go long, gives it to Hutchison. Not sure that was a good option. Goes short up towards Paul Minchington in the forward line. Back to Hutchison. Right foot snap around the corner. Hasn't done enough with that one, through for a minor score. So 1 point apiece. Dromana inside 50 so far in the opening quarter.
Dromana have 2 to Frankston Bombers 1.
Okay, so they bring the ball in quickly, goes towards Loney. That's Ryan Loney who's got the ball now, gets onto that left foot, kicks it up straight up the middle, up towards centre half forwards. A free kick, it's against Jane Aratsaglu, and it's going there to Hayden Moore. So he gives it off immediately, back to Loney. Loney loves to kick the ball long, goes long in that direction, looking for Fulton. Ricky Johnson spilt what he probably should have taken. They got the numbers down here. Sean Wilkie, left foot snap around the corner, blocked off. That's Hunter. Hunter's got the ball now. That's Michael Hunter. Had time to have a bounce. Goes out towards the outer side of the ground. Slocum went for it. Couldn't get it. Jay Page, a nice little handball off. Gave it to Loney. And now Hayden Moore's got in the centre of the ground. He's got Ryan Loney on the near wing now. So I went from Loney to Moore to Loney. So Loney will want to kick the ball long. Just trying to spot somebody up. Dromana have got some numbers back. Loney kicks the ball inside 50 now. Tries to kick it to space. Great work, Hutchison. He got across the front of the pack. Gave a handball off. A terrific tackle there.
Great tackle.
Was red hot there from Jay Page, and he's been rewarded. So I'm not sure that Anthony Brunn had much opportunity to get rid of that footy, but Jay Page did lay a good tackle, and we'll have a shot for goal from about 50 metres out.
A lot of numbers back towards the Frankston Bombers forward end, Towie. They're flooding down there, Dromana, at the moment.
So kicking with a wind advantage, we believe, in the opening quarter. As you said, towards the safety beach or the Frankston end of this ground. Dromana kicking to the scoreboard end. Michael Felkner comes off the ground for a rest. Jay Page unleashes for about 50. Pushes it across the face, so through for a minor score. So the Bombers move on to 2 straight behinds. Dromana are 1 behind.
I know it's only early, Towie, but Frankston seem to be moving the ball really well at the moment. Frankston also matching up really, really evenly as well, which makes Dromana, it's very difficult to Dromana to get clean possessions.
So the Tigers going to attack again. Waddell's got a couple to beat. He wasn't going to do that. And Alan Williams is able to take a mark. It should be a free kick to his teammate, but it's not. Reynolds has got the footy down there. Unlikely position there. Reynolds playing in defence. Usually plays mid forward. As the ball goes through into the middle of the ground, it's a nice little kick. Good work once again there for the Josh Francis, that was. Kicked it up towards the half-forward line. Once again, Fulton, he's pretty nimble up there. Just kicked it off the ground when he needed to pick it up, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
Very interesting at the moment with the Frankston Bombers having more possession. Geordie, what's the inside 50s for Frankston at the moment?
They've got 3.
And they've just gone inside 50 again.
Yep.
So it goes up towards Gertz. He was able to get a handball out. The big fella in O'Neill kicks it across his body. Good work there by Slocum. So he wanted to play on Slocum, but just held up there by Marcus Bate as Slocum goes inside 50 now. Brunn's been able to give his man the slip. He's good in the air, Anthony Brunn. And he looked like he was out of position to take that mark. His vertical leap was fantastic. He was able to take it above his head, so he'll have a shot for goal from about 45 metres.
Fantastic contested mark there. He heard footsteps but just kept his composure and took a beautiful mark in the end. And now lining up probably about 45, 48 just on a slight angle.
So we're right behind him here. The camera's right behind him. Anthony Brunn, usually a terrific kick of the footy. That's no exception. Anthony Brunn kicks the first goal of this match, and it's Dromana as they move on to 1-1-7 up against Frankston Bombers, 2 behind. You're listening to the Jim's Test and Tag match of the round.
Jim's Test and Tag, proud sponsors.
They are very proud sponsors. So Anthony Brunn just adds to his goal-kicking prowess this year. He's got a number of goals. I think he sits, let's have a look at the front of the footy record here. And Anthony Brunn has 29 goals for the season coming into this match, so he's got 30 now, so good work by him.
So knows how to kick a goal, Towie.
Good work there by Hayden Moore in the centre. Goes down towards Fulton. Good tackling there from Gertz was terrific. The umpire will be forced to restart play in the centre of the ground.
And the scoreboard and the replay screen today is brought to you by Ryan District Dromana, and Bendigo Bank.
So the ball goes up towards the centre of the ground again. Little kick came out. Good handball there. Goes towards Fulton. Kicks it inside 50. Was a nice kick. Looking for Foster. Jane Ratzaglu's down there. Little handball comes out towards Foster again. Goes backwards. Was good. Gave his teammates some time. Goes in short looking for Kingsbury. He overran the footy. Wilkie got a little kick out. Nathan Loney's calling for it out wide. They've given him too much space here. That was terrific tackle there by Coyle. He's able to get back onto that left foot though. Kicks it inside 50. It's going to go straight down the chest of Waddell. So Waddell took the mark. Sweeping handball to Ricky Johnson. Johnson kicks the ball towards the defensive 50. Paul Minchington sees the ball over the line. So we've played 9.5 minutes in the opening quarter. It's Dromana 1-1-7. Frankston Bombers 2 behinds, and that's on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Up they go again. Hayden Moore grabbed the ball out of the ruck and got pinged for holding it too. Good decision there by the umpire. Just trying to do a little bit too much as the ball, little handball give. Too many players looking to argue there for the Bombers. Allows Slocum go up towards the forward line. Cleve was at the fore of the ball. Run around the corner was good. Wheeler, he's got a great set of heels. Wheeler, left foot snap, wasn't his best effort. And it goes through for a minor score. So it's 1 goal to 8 points. Frankston Bombers 2 behind. 6 points the difference on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank.
Unfortunately for the Bombers, although they're getting a lot of the pill at the moment, they just can't put anything on the scoreboard. Where Dromana, the Tigers, just seem to, well, at this stage, doing the goods.
They are. Jakey Foster played onto himself. Ball comes out towards Wheeler again. He's got to grab it and go. Ended up going backwards there. Good handball it was to Gertz. Gertz goes inside 50. For the ball there was Gormley. He couldn't get it. Bruns in there as well. Gormley now with the left foot shot for goal. Sprayed it. Crossed the face through for a minor score. Should have done better with that one. So leading possession winner on the ground at the moment is who, Geordie King?
Ryan Loney got 4 touches.
4 touches for the ex-Collingwood player. His brother Nathan, of course, played at both Hawthorn and Port Adelaide. Nice little kick in there. It went towards Jay Page. Vice captain goes in short again. Nice little kick it was to Duncan Proud. Takes his first mark for the afternoon. The coach for the Bombers. Team of the year in Peninsula League last year. Quite happy to possess the footy. Goes back out towards Page. Went backwards about 20 metres, but they've still got possession of the footy, so they'll be happy with that. Goes in short again, was a nice kick. Goes towards Foster, I think that is, as the ball goes up towards the outer side of the ground. Good work there by Duncan Proud. He's taken a mark, so he was the one that released the ball initially and then took another mark. Good work there. That was by Longham. He jumped high. Comes out towards O'Neill, who's been terrific. That's a dodgy kick up towards cross play. And not sure that your ruckman should be looking to cross.
No, absolutely not, Towie. You learn that in junior football.
But Ryan Loney, he'll get every bit of this. He's had 4 possessions, according to Geordie King, thanks to Pest Free. So Ryan Loney, prodigious kick of the footy, kicks pretty straight normally as well. So Ryan Loney unloads. That is a massive kick of the footy. I think the wind got hold of it, but that went all of 70 metres. That kick in the end, it just kept going up. So Ryan Loney kicks the Bombers first, and a good start to them. They're 1 goal to 8. Dromana 1-2-8. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. So back in the centre of the ground again. And Luke Lewis is in there at the moment as well. Jumped early there, Falconer. Was able to get a little bit of hang time. Great work there by Sean Clark. Kicked the ball inside 50, but Alan Williams goes back with the flight of the ball and takes the mark for the Frankston Bombers on defensive 50. Decides to go to the outer side of the ground. Wasn't his greatest kick, but they've still got some options out there, the Frankston Bombers. They dive on top of it. Good play there by Dromana to hold them up, and on the outer wing position we will have another ball up. We've played 13.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Falconer up against Hayden Moore again. Good work there. Luke Lewis is in there. Gets a little handball out. There's Loney again. Getting far too much space at the moment is Ryan Loney and Nathan Loney as he kicks the ball up towards inside 50. The ball spilt, but through for a minor score. So they're having some major influence on the game at the moment, Nathan and Ryan.
Absolutely, Towie. Dromana are really going to want to shut them down because their ball use at the moment is very productive, and it could be scary for the Tigers.
As the ball goes, a little handball in. That was a little bit cute there from Dromana. Frankston Bombers are all over him at the moment as the ball gets quick kicked up towards the wing position. Coming out attacking the footy there was Blade, I thought it was. He fell over at a critical moment. Minchington's got it. He got tackled straight away, but this time was able to get out of it. He's going to get tackled. No talk there from his Dromana teammates. Good work by Hutchison. Gave it to Johnson. Johnson to Hunter. Adam Hunter now, what can he do on the wing position? Kick the ball inside 50. Needs a runner to get onto it. Anthony Brun kicks the goal.
What a goal that was.
He wanted it to break right down at the last minute. And Anthony Brun kicks goal number 31 for the season.
Very close to dribbling into the post.
It was, so that was a good build-up in the end. Great work by Paul Minchington through the middle of the ground.
Absolutely, Towie. Shrugged off 2 tackles to be able to pick a man up on the wing position, pinged him, and then the ball got moved forward very quickly.
So 15 minutes gone, opening quarter. We expected a tip-top battle, and that's what we're getting. 2-3-15 Dromana. Frankston Bombers 1-3-9. Good work there by Falconer again. Got a decisive tap. Went straight down there towards the Bombers, though. Kicked it up towards half-forward. There's Jay Reynolds. He's in his favourable position now. Was a terrific handball to Wilkie. Wilkie, another one. Over there towards Wigney, a new player. He's played his 3rd or 4th game today. Hayden Moore gives it to Ryan Loney. Little left foot deft touch around the corner, but the boundary line beat him. And there'll be a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket to the Bombers.
I think Ryan was looking forward, looking for the boundary line there, Towie.
So Jay Reynolds in there. Good work there by Falconer again. Falls to the front of the pack. Coming out there. Good work again by Minchington. Short pass was terrific. Found the chest of Dan Gormley. So Gormley's got the ball in the centre of the ground now. Kicks the ball up the line, looking for, finding Brun. Should have been paid to Mark. Umpire said no. Marcus Bates holding on to him, letting the game go. The umpire, good work. Coyle's got it, needs some support. Wasn't a great handball. Found Alan Williams, who kicks the ball to the centre of the ground. But there's Daniel Waddell. Kicks the maul now up towards Terry Wheeler. So Wheeler's got the ball now at half forward. Bedford standing the mark. So Wheeler just starting to open up. His opponent there, and Jason Bedford comes out towards Wheeler again. He overran the footy. Hogan, handball out towards Clark, uses his pace, kicks it up towards full forward. Out comes Clean, and Clean takes the mark. It was Brun, in fact.
Brun had 2 to contest with then and took a beautiful overhead mark and lines up about 30 out directly in front.
Well, he had the run and jump, didn't he?
Absolutely.
They let him off the hook a little bit there, the Bombers. They just weren't sure enough at the contest. I thought that both Duncan Pratt and Marcus Bate together thought that they had the contest covered.
Yeah, I think so, Towie. And at the end, he was able to take that overhead mark quite comfortably.
So Brun coming in to kick his 3rd goal this afternoon. This will be the 3rd for the Tigers as well. He's a sure kick. That's a beautiful kick. Anthony Brun kicks number 3 for the Tigers. They move on to 3-3 up against Frankston Bombers 1-3. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. So we're back in the centre of the ground again, just having some technical difficulties at the moment. That's why you're hearing the pauses. We're waiting to go to a break, but
doesn't appear to be happening, Joey.
Doesn't appear to be happening at the moment. So we've played 17.5 minutes. Drake's in the ruck. Ongarello's in the middle of the ground. Quick kick there from Jason Kingsbury. Kicks it up towards the 50-metre line. Good work there by Ricky Johnson. He just ran off Nathan Loney on that occasion. Kick was smothered off the boot, but Ricky Johnson did some fabulous work then. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Black armbands Dromana are wearing today, and that's in honour of Ray Brindley. Played 149 senior games from 1961 to 1970. He won the B&F in 61 and 62 here at Dromana, and he's the uncle of the coach's wife, Gavin Artico's wife, Lisa. So a little bit of family trivia there.
Absolutely. So hats off to him today. Hopefully Dromana can do him proud.
The ball spills over the back. Hayden Moore, right foot snap there by Fulton. He kicked it right across the face. It allows Terry Wheeler. Bedford's there as well. Bedford goes second up. So does Wheeler. Wheeler will end up winning that battle. Goes to Clark. Clark up towards the wing position. Ball gets punched to the front. Going in hard. A terrific tackle there by Liam Hogan. Was wonderful stuff. Good footy. Footy at its best, that was. Bedford going hard at the footy, and Liam Hogan not letting him go anywhere.
Hogan was unlucky then not to get the free kick because Bedford just didn't get rid of it in time.
He's got up holding that shoulder too as Nathan Loney has a little ping for goal, and not a bad kick. I reckon it might have gone through. Claiming a touch there, Dromana, but I think it's gone through. It has. So Nathan Loney and Ryan Loney have got one each in the scoreboard. That's the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard sees just a goal in it.
Dromana, Frankston Bombers really needed that. They've had a lot of the ball this term, and now they're able to put the score on the board, which is good for them. So stats for Ryan and Nathan Loney at the moment, Geordie.
Ryan Loney's got 8 and Nathan's got 5.
That's fantastic footy at the moment by those two. Jay Reynolds, he just dropped the footy, and the free kick will go to Liam Hogan, who's been pretty good in there in this opening quarter. Laying a lot of tackles, wants to go straight up the guts, does so now. It's a lovely kick, and there's Brun, a long way from home, but Anthony Brun takes the mark at R4, goes up to there towards Waddell. That was good running there from the ex-Frankston YCW Premiership player. And Daniel Waddell, also known as the Duck, will have a shot for goal from about 45 metres out.
The Bombers, Towie, really need to just pick up their man a little stronger. I think what's happening at the moment is that they're just giving a little bit of space to their opponent, which is allowing Dromana to take great contested marks.
Well, I think the first time...
Uncontested marks, I should say, Towie.
Well, when we were here in the round 1 game between Hastings and Dromana, I think that Daniel Waddell kicked 8 straight behinds on that occasion. And he started off with a behind there, so they move on to 3 goals, 4-22. Frankston Bombers 2-3-15. We've played 20 and a half minutes into the opening term. Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Best on ground today, supplied to us by Pest Free. Also Pest Free are looking after all our statistics, brought to you by Geordie King this afternoon as well. Oh, that's too easy, and there's Cleve kicks the goal. So they just worked the ball out of the contested area there. Good work there by Adam Hunter, and also to Gertz, Daniel Gertz that was. Al Williams coughed the footy up, and the goal went to the Tigers. A reasonable pickup, Stuart Cleve.
Absolutely, very good. Absolutely, from Cleve then. Able to get the ball out with a really skillful pickup, and it's going to hurt the Bombers.
So back in the centre of the ground again, good work there. That was wonderful stuff. They're winning the back tap-outs at the moment as Hutchison gets the ball, kicks it up towards the inside 50. Coming out there was... It was Gertz, he couldn't take the mark. Hunter gets a little handball out. Gertz is in there, so is Waddell. They dive on top of it. They're really fighting hard now, the Tigers, and eventually the umpire will come in and bounce.
You're right, Towie, they are fighting harder. They definitely want that footy. It's good to see. Good footy at the moment.
So Waddell and Alan Williams just in a little bit of a tangle there. Good work there. Tapped away by Cleve. Tackled immediately was Jay Reynolds, and the umpire will restart play again. So there's a little bit of feeling out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of niggle. The umpire's got to keep on top of it. Waxel versus Cleve. Good work there by Waxel on that occasion. Trapped it was by Matty Harris, kicked it up towards the wing position. Hayden Moore gets tackled there by Luke O'Neill, got one high, and the umpire said it's your free kick. Hayden Moore goes for the handball immediately. Degenhardt's back on the ground after having a spell on the interchange bench, goes inside 50, coming out to meet it. Good work there by Longham's in there as well for the Bombers. They dive on top of it. There's a bit of a stalemate, and the umpire surely will come in and bounce right forward pocket for the Frankston Bombers. 4-4-28 to 2-3-15. 13 points the difference. We've played 22 and a half in the first quarter. Jane Aratsaglu got a handball out to Ongarello. Left foot kick up towards half forward. Hayden Moore. Can the ball sit for him? It did. Got a little handball out. Was good. Gave it to Loney. Loney a short little kick in was terrific to Wigney. And Tim Wigney, who's in his 4th game for the Frankston Bombers, takes the mark about 40 metres out, slight angle.
It's really impressive by the Frankston Bombers. They're actually kicking the ball backwards to be able to set up play, and it's giving their forwards, their running forwards, a chance to create some space and on the lead to mark a ball.
So Wigney looking to reduce the margin to just 7 points. He's not able to do that. Push it across the face through for a minor score.
Bombers need to lock it in here, Towie, because if they don't, I'm worried that Dromana's just going to get that free flow again, because it's really working for them at the moment.
So Jane Aratsaglu to bring the ball back into play. He does so now. Goes out wide. Minch. Oh!
Oh!
Kingsbury comes down. It was great stuff. Jay Reynolds tried to get it. Degenhart, little handball give was terrific. Little short kick in towards Foster, and Foster pushes it across the face, running into open goal. And Scotty Foster kicks it behind. So a couple of squandered opportunities for the Tigers.
Absolutely. Bombers are going to be kicking themselves here.
4-4-28, plays 2 goals, 5, 17, 11 points the difference. Just waiting for the pill to be thrown back to...
How's the inside 50s at the moment going, Geordie?
Dromana have 13 to Frankston 12, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, it is close.
So plenty of forward entries for both sides. Ricky Johnson kicks the ball straight up the middle of the ground. Coyle gets called in, takes the mark, almost uncontested. It was
too easy.
Hayden Moore wants him to play on. He does now. Clark gets on that left foot, kicks it up towards half forward. Ongarello's got to go. No one at the fore of the ball. Degenhart, good work there by Hunter. Gave it back. We've got in some trouble here. Gertz is good enough to get out of trouble though. Goes in short. Little handball give to Minchington was good. Goes inside 50 now. They need a fly. Brun couldn't get a run at it. He's having another crack at it now though. Gormley's in there working hard as well. The ball comes out and Coyle's able to chop it off. Off the one step, goes out wide, and this bloke is giving them all sorts of headaches at the moment. He's touching up. Alan Williams is Brun, and Brun goes in short, and there's Terry Wheeler, who takes an uncontested mark about 40 metres out. So a notable goal kicker is Wheeler. Kicked a couple last week. So I can't see Jason Bedford out there at the moment. When he got tackled before, he grabbed hold of that shoulder and he missed a week with a shoulder injury. So let's hope that he's not off the ground for a prolonged period of time, because if they let Terry Wheeler off the hook, he could cut him up. So Wheeler's coming in now. It's taken a long time to prepare for this kick. Terry Wheeler has a shot. There wouldn't be much time left, and the ball goes across the face. No, I reckon the umpire likes this one. He does. It's a goal, and I saw Jason Bedford down there on the goal line. So good news for the Frankston Bombers. He said he's still out there, but that's goal number 4 for the Tigers. And just the start that they wanted, they move on to 4 or 5-4. Is it 4-4 to 2 goals? It's a bit hard when the cameraman's right in my line of the scoreboard there. So
5 goals for
5-4, 34 to 2-5, 17. So it's 17 points the difference. Ball gets in the middle of the ground again. They dive on top of the umpire. Surely will restart play in the middle of the ground. He will. Plenty of numbers around the footy. So long quarter. We've played 26 and a half opening quarter. Umpire in the middle of the ground again. O'Neill versus Hayden Moore. Hayden Moore got the tap. Bedford, he got tackled as soon as he picked the ball up. Had another crack at it. They got some numbers here. There's Wheeler again. And there's Clark again. They've had the heap of it in the opening quarter. Goes after a little look-away handle. Great work there by Paul Minchington. A tackle on Wilkie was terrific. They dive on top of it again. And eventually the umpire will come in and bounce. And there's the siren to mark quarter time in the Jim's Test and Tag RPP match of the round. A terrific quarter of football. And let's go to a break and we'll do a quarter time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. 5-4-34, Dromana, the home side, leading. Frankston Bombers 2 goals, 5-17. That's on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank. Best on ground this afternoon, thanks to Pestfree, and all statistics also brought to us by Pestfree. We're following a number of players, I think 5 from each club in this opening quarter. What have you seen, Geordie King?
For Dromana, Adam Hunter has had 3 touches, Paul Minchington 4, Ryan Slocum 2, Dan Gormley 2, and Terry Wheeler 5. For the Bombers, Ryan Loney's had 10, Jay Reynolds 3, Nathan Loney 5, Duncan Proud 2 marks and 2 kicks, and Jason Bedford's had 2. Inside 50s for Dromana, 15 to Frankston's 12, and clearances Dromana 4, Bombers 8.
Fantastic work there by Geordie King.
Absolutely, as always.
Providing us all the details thanks to Pestfree. Anthony Brun has booted 3 goals for Dromana. Stuart Cleave has 1 and Terry Wheeler also has 1. And for the Frankston Bombers, Ryan Loney and Nathan Loney are the only goal kickers for the Frankston Bombers in the opening quarter. How'd you see it? Sure pass?
Well, look, Towie, an even contest at the moment. I think Dromana just being able to move that ball a little more free-flowingly, and but Bombers also, mate, doing a fantastic job in their contested gets, but just unable to put the score on the board at the moment.
Wasted the footy a little bit, I think, going forward, and there was always going to be a massive task for their young forward line in Scotty Foster and also Zach Longham. They've been fantastic for the Bombers this year so far, but up against the likes of Michael Hunter and Ricky Johnson and Adam Hunter and Jay Reynolds, it's a really tough task for them this afternoon. So
just struggling with size at the moment.
They can't afford to be bombing the ball in, so they need to be spotting up a player inside the 50-metre line, try and get the ball to Ryan and Nathan Loney. I thought that Frankston Bombers probably allowed those two blokes a little bit too much space.
Yeah, definitely, Towie. Far too much space.
So Frankston Bombers are ready to rock and roll. They're back out and ready to play. Dromana, Gavin Artico's still got his side in the huddle. As we said, Ryan Loney, the chief possession winner on the ground in the opening quarter, has 10. His brother has 5, and Terry Wheeler, the major possession winner for Dromana, from the players that we've been following in the opening quarter. So they're just breaking now.
I reckon, Towie, that some of Dromana's discussions would have been around those two Loney boys and how they're actually going to stop them.
Yeah, we've just got to pay them a little bit more respect, I think, and just not allow them to have the space that they've been able to have in this opening quarter. But I think that it'll be interesting to see who's picking him up, actually. Ryan Loney's gone long, and Ricky Johnson's going to Loney. So Ricky Johnson versus Loney. If you look at Ricky Johnson, he's had a terrific start to the game as well. So he's against Nathan Loney. Ryan Loney's playing up on the wing. So mixing things up a little bit here. Because usually Ryan Loney plays the forward role and Nathan Loney plays a little bit higher. So just moving things around a little bit. Foster still down there. Jane Aratsaglu's got the job on him. And Terry Wheeler's gone down to, it's Michael Hunter. He's down there on Zach Longham. Jason Bedford and Terry Wheeler still on the wing against one another. And Coyle has the job on Ryan Loney. So we're going to restart play. It's Hayden Moore against Falconer in the ruck. Good work there by Hayden Moore. Got a quick kick forward. A number of players just stood and watched it go out. Foster overran it. Nathan Loney got tossed off it. Ongarello dived on top of it. They dive on top of him now, and the umpire will... they've talked him into that one, and the umpire will drag the ball in. Good work there by the Frankston Bombers, though. They just stood over them and said there's got to be a free kick there.
Absolutely, almost pushing the back then, but the umpire was tricked, Terry.
So Wigney's got the ball. Wigney has the footy at half forward. He's looking for a little bit of extra distance. So he had a shot in the opening quarter, of course. That's a bit of a munger. Goes long now. Could have been a push in the back. The umpire said no, it's Longham, I think it was. And there's a free kick to somebody. It's going to Dromana. So good tackle there on Zach Longham, and the free kick will go there to Ryan Slocum. So Slocum was a very good tackle. Good kick there it was towards Gormley. Gormley plays on immediately, goes out wide, was a nice kick.
It's liquidation sale time at Rugs Plus. Rugs Plus is a family-operated business which has served the Mornington Peninsula.
Well, ball's out in the wing, and we just got some gremlins in the system at the moment, I think. Not sure what happened then. We just started playing ads midway through the contest. So the ball's on the outer wing.
Just mixing it up a bit, Tally, I think.
Oh, we are. People are obviously getting bored with the commentary, though. Starting to play some ads. Duncan Proud takes an uncontested mark across half-back. Goes the switch, so it's Wheeler and Bedford. The foot race is on. They're both whippets as they go for it now. Good play there by Wheeler. Wheeler needs some support. Gets a handball out. Gets thrown to the ground. Good follow-up work it was there by Bedford. He's in a bit of trouble there. Harris gets a little kick. Goes up towards Degenhart. Sweeping handball to Brun. Brun goes towards Wheeler. Gets brought to the ground again, but there goes Clark. He's been sensational in the opening part of this game. Couldn't take the mark there was Braden Dennis. Comes down towards Al Williams, wants to go wide, and he does, and Duncan Proud takes another uncontested mark. So he's got some time, usually likes to play on, he does so now. Good pressure from Falconer, kicked it up towards half forward, only there is Ricky Johnson. Sweeping handball to Gertz, another one out there, goes to Gormley now. Gormley kicks the ball inside 50, Minchington at the front, needs to take the mark, couldn't. Good play there by Duncan Proud, put his head over the footy, and eventually he gets wrapped up, and the umpire will come in and bounce on the 50-metre line. Tigers into attack.
That they are, Towie. That they are.
Hayden Moore got the tap once again. Ball hits the deck. Little kick out, so they've got an outrider out there. It's Coyle. He got pushed in the back there by Nathan Loney. Umpire said it was there. And Aaron Coyle will take the free kick half forward. Clark wants it short. He thought about going there on 2 occasions. Kicks the ball inside. 50 now needs a mark. And there he is again, Brun. He's causing him all sorts of issues. Al Williams is his opponent. He's kicked 3 on him already. And there might need to be a little bit of a switcheroo go there.
Absolutely. He just strolled out then, Brun.
He did.
Williams, was about 1.5 metres behind. He just took his eyes off the ball, I think.
So Brun has a shot for goal. He's kicked goal number 4, Anthony Brun. That's goal number 6 for the Tigers. 6 goals, 440, leading Frankston Bombers 2-5-17. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
It's liquidation sale time at Rugs Plus. Rugs Plus is a family-operated business which has served the Mornington Peninsula for over 20 years. Visit us at 90 to 94 Cranbourne Road, Frankston, for one of the largest rug ranges in Victoria. Call us on 97839100. 7 days a week to speak to a friendly staff member to get expert advice. And see us online at rugsplusonline.com.au.
So free kick there, no. Duncan Proud was looking for one in the back, but the ball's back in the centre of the ground. Falconer versus Hayden Moore. Third man up there was Jay Reynolds. Gave it down there towards Wigney. Needs some support. He found someone too in Reynolds. Reynolds kicks the ball inside. 50 now is a lovely kick. Longham needs to take a mark, and he does.
Great mark by Longham.
Good work there by Zach Longham. And an opportunity for him to kick his first goal this afternoon. An understatement to say that Frankston Bombers desperately need this one.
Desperately need a goal here, Towie. That hopefully will lift the morale. They've just dropped off a little bit from their intensity in the first quarter, but I reckon this will get them up and about.
So he's kicked 20 goals this season. This for goal number 21 for Zach Longham. Has a shot for goal. That's a terrible effort, and never looked like it off the boot, and through for a minor score. So they moved to 2 goals, 6-18. Dromana 6 goals, 4-40. That's on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. We played 5 minutes. The ball comes out there towards Adam Hunter, and Hunts takes the mark in front of Jay Reynolds. Wants to play it immediately. He does now. A kick in towards centre half forward. Naratsaglu. That's Matt. He got a handball out towards Wheeler, who's starting to hurt them. Kicks it up towards Brun again. He's got his name written all over it. Couldn't take the mark. At ground level, he's just as dangerous. Right foot snap was terrific to Minchington. Squared it up into the centre, and Paul Minchington ran onto it very, very easily. And once again, Anthony Brun just carving them up. Al Williams taking a spell off the ground.
Brun just fantastic vision then, Towie, to spot Minchington running through half forward then.
So Minchington comes in and kicks goal number 1 for him. Terrific stuff there by the Tigers. They move on to 7 goals, 446. Frankston Bombers 2 goals, 618. That's on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Another goal kicker.
Absolutely. Best on ground today, Towie, is pest free, and they're also looking after the stats and the replay screen for us here in our very impressive tent. You can see us from half the street. Give them a wave. If the chairlift was open, you'd just give them a little wave there, Towie, and they'd see us.
We're popping up on Google Earth too. Space stations all over.
Absolutely.
Also known as the Beacon, the 3RPP Tent of Love, we're calling it here. As the ball comes down there towards the Love Shack, as the ball goes up towards full forward. Longham again, one out. Great work there by Nicky Hunter just to bang the ball over the line out of bounds inside the forward 50 for the Bombers. They desperately need a score. 6.5 minutes gone, second quarter.
I think here, Towie, what needs to happen is that the Bombers need to drop one from the back line to be able to put up forward and just have that third or fourth option down there. Because
a little bit more height. That's what
absolutely.
Because Longham and Foster aren't doing the job for them at the moment.
No, not. Every time the ball goes to air, it's just getting punched away through pure body size, I reckon.
So up they go again. Jay Reynolds, Coach Gavin Arneke, you might be able to hear him in the background just saying we'd have stopped that third man up, and it's been Jay Reynolds every time. Adam Hunter, he'll be happy to see the ball over the line. He was. He was keen to do that. He's going up forward now. Jay Page has got the job on him.
Hunter's been impressive at this point, Towie.
So going up again, they're calling out for the third man up option, goes out towards Reynolds, got to push in the back, umpire said no. Jason Bedford went hard at the footy, was good play. The only one that had real eyes for the footy on that occasion. And the umpire will bounce the ball right in front of our commentary position. So no love lost in there either. They're stopping Reynolds from getting that third man up. Great work there by comes out towards Bedford now. Wasn't a great handball there by Cleve. He comes back to try. That's a terrific tackle. That was Aaron Coyle. And there's some how do you do going on down here. It's on big. It's on for young and old here. As the ball comes out, you keep an eye on the blue. I'll keep watching the footy as Ongarello's got the ball. And Hayden Moore's into somebody as well. So Ongarello's got the ball now, kicks it up towards inside 50. The pack flew, nobody could take the mark. Wheeler at the fall, the ball was good. Right foot snap around the corner, kicked it up towards full forward. Matt Naratsaglu, he tried to take the mark, couldn't. They'll be looking to see the ball over the boundary line now, they are. And they didn't achieve their option as Aaron Coyle takes the mark in front of Nathan Loney. So good work there. Much in that Hayden Moore, the Dromana crowd not overly happy about it.
No. I reckon there was a few about to run off the bench, but the UFC style battle may continue, I think, Towie, because there's a lot of aggression out there, mate. A lot of aggression.
There is Frankston Bombers. Jason Bedford, they've been drilling him every time he goes near the footy, so they're testing out that shoulder. Aaron Coyle, it's a lovely kick, isn't it? He started it right and worked it back, kicks the goal, and Dromana pushed further ahead. 8 goals, 4-52. The Tigers leading 2 goals, 6-18 to Frankston Bombers. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Don't just dream about the great outdoors. Rip and erase Frankston and make it yours. Tents, clothes, four-wheel drive accessories, barbecues and camping. We have all the right gear to get you and your family into the great outdoors. Fishing, hiking, kayaks, travel, footwear, workwear and more. Come in and check out our grand reopening specials at Ray's Outdoors, 24 McMahon's Road, Frankston. Make the outdoors yours at Ray's Outdoors. Station sponsor.
Gormley's got the ball now inside 50. Can he be another goal kicker for the Tigers? He's pushed it across the face on this occasion, through for a minor score. So it's 8 goals, 5-53 Dromana, leading Frankston Bombers 2 goals, 6-18. And might have to apply for a bit of Cairo work from RPP at the end of this game. I'm almost tearing a hamstring every time I get up to look at the scoreboard, and I'll be in a neck brace by the halfway through the last quarter, I reckon.
That will be an impressive sight, Towie, I reckon, to see that.
Great head for radio I've got. Can't afford to get much worse. So just waiting for the pill. I thought that a couple of kids behind there had jumped the back fence and taken off with the brand new pill, but they haven't. So the ball comes in now. Nice little kick it was to Bedford. Bedford in the defensive pocket, goes up the line looking for Longham. Needed to take the mark, almost did. We're at ground level now. He's got Hayden Moore. Hayden Moore's in some trouble there. Cleve just robbed him of the footy. Great work on Garello. Kicked it up towards Matt Naratsaglu. Couldn't take the mark. Jeremy Waxel was good and took the mark on that occasion. Goes out there towards the young little bloke there in Shawnee Wilkie. Went out wide towards Page. Page has got some work to do. Coyle dives on top of the footy. They dive on top of him, and eventually the ball goes over the line out of bounds. So good work there. Just sorting themselves out. Plenty of instructions being barked from the interchange bench, as you expect. Good work there by O'Neill. Tapped the ball down. Sent it in favour of his teammate there in Slocum. Couldn't run onto it, and the ball eventually goes over the line out of bounds. Looks like an injury down there. No. Looked like Jason Kingsbury was grabbing hold of a finger on the outer side of the ground, but he looks okay now.
Might have just popped it back in, Towie.
11 and a half gone. Third man up on that occasion was Adam Hunter for Dromana. Ball gets chopped off. They dive on top of it. Eventually a little quick kick comes out up towards Matt Naratsaglu. Out there also is Jeremy Waxel. Naratsaglu gets front position. Needs the ball to sit for him. He got a big heave-ho in the back, and that was impatience there from Waxel. And Matt Naratsaglu rather will have his first possession for the afternoon.
I think Naratsaglu just went to ground then, and his opponent just had no choice but to come tumbling over him, and of course resulted in the free kick.
Sanaratsaglou, his brother, of course, playing at the opposite end of the ground. That's a lovely kick off the bird. The pack flies. Oh, couldn't take in the mark. He dropped it at the last minute, but there's a quick kick out, only as far as Slocum. And the vice-captain for Dromana will have a shot for goal, about 40 metres out from directly in front. Inside 50s this quarter, Geordie King.
Dromana have had 6 to Frankston's only 3.
And Ryan Loney in this quarter, how many possessions?
Hasn't touched the footy.
Hasn't touched the footy in 12 and a half minutes, so they've certainly done the job there. The Tigers on quietening him down. Great kick there by the vice-captain. Kicks another one for the Tigers. They move on to 9-5-59. Frankston Bombers 2-6-18. Suffice to say that the Bombers are in more you-know-what than a Werribee Duck at this stage of the contest.
A Werribee Duck, Towie. Look... although from sitting here it looks like a close game. Bombers are really bringing it to the Tigers, but unfortunately they just can't put the score on the board. They really need to try and shake things up down forward for the Bombers to be able to get some really decent, I suppose, goal kickers.
Need something down there because they're just not winning enough of the footy when the ball goes forward.
No, and
Foster and Longham are presenting, but too many numbers around the footy. They're too good in defence. Dromana at the moment, that's a terrific tackle there by Waddell. The ball's still in the centre of the ground, and the umpire will come in and bounce. Seems to be a stalemate every single time. A double bounce on every occasion. Hayden Moore just trying to assert his authority at the moment. Just got pushed off the footy there by O'Neill. Great work by Coyle. Slapped it forward. Wilkie was able to out-position his opponent on that occasion. Goes out towards the outer side of the ground. There's Hutchison. Right foot kick was terrific. Gave it out there towards Clark. Clark sweeping handball to Sloke and put him under the hammer. And a good result for the Tigers in the end.
Been given a free kick, Towie, dropping the ball.
So it was a good tackle there by Jay Page.
It was.
But he's got no one to go to. Not a lot of movement there for the Bombers at the moment. He's been called to play on. Goes in short. Coughed the footy up. But luck's a fortune because it went over the head. Kicked up there towards half forward now. O'Neill's out of position. Good play there by Longham, but he's a long way away from home. But he's starting to present a bit higher.
Pardon the pun, Towie.
No pun intended. As the ball goes up towards full forward. Ricky Johnson versus Loney, hanging on to one another there. Good play there by, is that Ongarello. Left foot kick. Kicked it up towards half forward. Going back there. Leading at the footy was Gertz. Coyle's got it. He got tripped. Umpire said play on. Stacks on the mill. Eventually Ryan Loney comes out with it. Right foot snap around the body. Went towards the defensive 50 for the Tigers. It's 1-on-3 here. Hutchison put his head down. Just burrowed through. Bedford's got to go. Good work there by Cleve. Tried to kick the ball in. Eventually comes it out to Brunn. Drake tries to get it for the Bombers. Handball out. Proud versus Wheeler. Proud with the strength, Wheeler with the pace, and eventually the big Dunks just wants to carry the ball over the line out of bounds, and he achieves what he set out to do.
That was rugby-like then.
Was. So we're on the wing position. Up they go. Good play there by Cleve it was. Little handball out, looking for Loney. Couldn't get it. Wheeler gets a sweeping handball, goes towards the boundary line. Fulton, we haven't seen much of him this afternoon. Kicks the ball up towards full centre half forward. Ricky Johnson's got the sit. We'll be happy to see the ball over the line. And eventually it does. So Jay Reynolds, how many possessions has he had for the day?
For the day, he's had 4.
4-1 in this quarter. So the ball goes out towards Lukey Lewis. Went without it. Coyle got one high. Still working hard in there. Reynolds is in there as well. Eventually the umpire will come in and bounce. There's a few knees in there.
Yeah, a lot of knees in there.
Yeah, Ongarello's well aware of that too. So there was a knee into the head on that occasion. The camera picked it up. Don't worry about that. But there's Coyle just stopping. Good play again there by Coyle. He's been terrific. Gormley just gets a little left foot kick up towards half forward. Proud goes back with it. Needs some protection. Gets it down. Gave it to Wilkie. Wilkie one to Drake. Drake another handball out there towards Ryan Loney. Kicks the ball up towards Foster. Ball went over his head. Longham comes out. Foster's got the ball now. Needs to kick this goal for the Bombers, and he has.
Yes.
Desperately needed that one, the Frankston Bombers, and it took 16 and a half minutes into the second quarter for them to get it. They move on to 3 goals, 6-24. Dromana 9-5-59. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
It's the weekend, the footy's on, the big men are flying, and you need something to satisfy that hunger. Baked In is the real deal. Baked In with a range of mouth-watering, piping hot pies, scrumptious gluten-free cakes and breads. 3 locations, Sorrento, Portsea and Blairgowrie. Never far away from the action? Baked In is an RWBFM sponsor.
Back in the centre of the ground again. Fulton gets pushed in the back. Umpire said nothing there. And there will be a ball up in the centre of the ground. Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 59 plays 24. Plenty of players around the footy again. Gormley's going nowhere, and eventually the umpire will come in and bounce again. We've played 17.5 minutes into the second quarter. So Hayden Moore just trying to direct traffic in there. Good work there by Falconer. Got the tap. Bombers all over it though. That was good kick out there by Matty Harris. Kicked it inside 50. Kingsbury's got to go. Gets tackled by Ongarello. Right foot snap. There's 2 in a row to the Bombers. Just what they needed. 4 goals, 6-30. Dromana 9-5, 59. That's on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
That's more like it, Towie. Great. Always there seems to be a little bit of a... Geez, the tension's hot out there, Towie.
Yeah, it is very hot. Good stuff there by the Frankston Bombers to get 2 in a row. So after Dromana dominated the first 16.5 minutes in this quarter. So we're back in the centre of ground again. Good work there by Hayden Moore. Just pushed the ball forward. Coming out to meet it there was Wigney. Little handball out. Looking for Wheeler. Needs some support. Waddell's got it now. Left foot kick around the corner. Goes up towards Hunter. Al Williams is with him. Great play there by Braden Dennis. Just crashed straight in towards to Al Williams it was. Eventually it comes out to Wilkie. Left foot kick up towards centre half forward. Couldn't take the mark. There was Foster. Naratsaglu. That's Jay. He's in some trouble here. Kicks the ball now though, just in the nick of time. There's a free kick out of bounds on the full. So Gavin Artico, the coach, not happy at the moment. His team's just dropped off in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and Frankston Bombers have got a sniff.
I don't know if they've dropped off so much, Towie. I think Bombers have just lifted a little bit. That first goal there for the quarter has just lifted their game a bit, I think.
So the ball at half forward now for the Frankston Bombers. They've kicked the last 2. We've played almost 20 minutes into the second quarter. 59 plays 30. Falconer got the front position. Needs some support. Comes down there towards Harris. Harris gets it to Luke Lewis. Another handball comes out to Harris. Kicks the ball inside 50. Where's Longham? He leapt. He couldn't take the mark. Follow the ball. Good work there by Degenhardt. He attacked the footy. Ongarello was terrific. There's a Dromana player down. No,
it's Frankston
Bombers, and it's Jason Kingsbury. Who's
getting
down
up
there?
now. I think he copped a hit to the back of the head, but he's up and it looks okay.
I think his teammate need him in the back of the head. Nathan Loney, little handball out, goes towards Kingsbury. Right foot snap around the corner. Through for a minor score. So they're peppering at the moment, the Bombers. 59 playing 31. And Ricky Johnson's got the ball at full back, ready to kick the ball in. So they're doing well. Short pass, just getting a little distracted at the minute. Just some things going on around him that's just tickling his fancy a little bit more than the footy at the minute as the ball goes up towards
eyes on the footy, shall we?
Hunter went for the screamer.
That was a fly.
Goes towards Cleve. He missed his target there in Slocum. Wilkie comes crashing out. He's a good player, Sean Wilkie. Hung on to. He didn't have possession of the footy. Umpire said no. Dromana trying to work the ball forward. Braden Dennis is in there. Good work there by Clark onto the unfavourable right foot. He was smothered off the boot, and Wilkie's done very, very well in this contest. Laid a number of tackles. Third, fourth, fifth efforts there from Sean Wilkie. They need to get around him and tap him on the head.
Absolutely fantastic effort there by Wilkie.
So, outer side of the ground, Frankston Bombers attacking at the moment. They've kicked the last 2. I'd love another one before half time. We've almost played 21.5 minutes into the second quarter. Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard reads 59-31, 28 points in favour of the home side Tigers. For the ball, Hunter got one a little bit high.
Oh, yep.
The umpire said nothing in it, and he gets wrapped up, and the umpire will come in and bounce yet again. Groundhog Day. Same spot, little tap, wasn't great though there from Falconer, kicked it up there towards Foster, he got pushed in the back, umpire said nothing in it, Jay Naratsoglu got a handball off towards Ricky Johnson, kicks the ball long now, looking for Minchington, couldn't take it, at ground level though he's dangerous, dodges, weaves, got around Proud, right foot snap around the corner, there's Wheeler, the ball's swirling but he's good enough to take the mark.
Fantastic play there by Minchington, just able to spot that player out in Terry Wheeler, and now he lines up from about 35 out, almost directly in front, Towey.
So Terry Wheeler has already kicked 1 goal this afternoon. That was in this quarter, of course. So coming in for goal number 2. This will be 10 for the Tigers, and just to stem the flow of the Frankston Bombers, who have kicked the last couple, but they've answered the challenge, the Tigers. They just upped the ante in the last couple of minutes and able to respond, so they move on to 10 goals, 5-65. Frankston Bombers 4-7-31. That is on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Best on ground brought to us by Pest Free, as well as the replay. Our fantastic screen in the replay Pest Free, Towey.
Inside 50s this quarter, Geordie King.
Dromana have had 10 to Frankston's 8.
Okay, and what about clearances?
Dromana have got 4 to Frankston 9.
Okay, so the Bombers are winning clearly in the clearances. That was 8 to 4 in the first quarter. So they're doing the job at the moment as the ball comes out towards Matt Naratsoglu. Goes for a handball out. Went to no one in particular. Eventually comes out there towards Lewis. Kicks the ball up towards the centre half forward position. Punched away from Ryan Loney. It was good defensive work again there by the Tigers. Ongarello, he got the ball smothered off his boot. They dive on top of him and eventually the umpire will come in and bounce out of wing position here at the Pearce Street Oval. Just repeating that the black armbands today are in honour of Ray Brindley. He played 149 senior games from 1961 to 1970 at Dromana, winning the 1961 and 62 best and fairest here at the Tigers, as the Hoppers it was back in those days, as the ball goes up towards half forward. Hutchison, he just stole the ball out of the pocket of Sean Wilkie on that occasion, but he pushed the ball across the face and it went through for a minor score, was it? Yep. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was, Towey. Hutchison's been pretty quiet this quarter. Haven't seen much of him.
Major possession winner of the players that we're looking for in this quarter.
Terry Wheeler's had 5 for Dromana. Duncan Proud's taken 2 marks and had 3 touches.
Okay, so we're looking at 5 players this afternoon for each of the sides. Adam Hunter, Paul Minchington, Ryan Slocum, Dan Gormley and Terry Wheeler for Dromana, and the Loney brothers along with Reynolds, Proud and Bedford. And that's a great mark there.
Great mark, Towey, by
Christian Ongarello.
Yeah, Ongarello then.
Won the award. He won the Pest Free award. That's a lovely kick too, as easy as you like. Dan Gormley just drifted across the front. He's going to go short again, looking for Coyle. He's got all the time in the world. Look at him just waltz into open goal. Poor defensive work there by the Frankston Bombers on that occasion. Coyle from the wing just waltzed down and as easy as you like was able to kick the goal.
There was green and yellow everywhere in their forward line then, Towey. Just Bombers losing concentration, not picking up their men. They were able just to run clear off them and resulted in a goal.
Did. So they did all the hard work, Frankston Bombers, to get themselves back into the contest. Dromana have responded with 2 goals of their own. And interesting to see Anthony Brunn, who's booted 4 goals in the opening half, to be playing up on the wing now. So very versatile side they are, the Tigers, as the ball's in the centre again. Hayden Moore just does a power work there, doesn't he? He's got one a little bit too high from Paul Minchington. He's going to take the free kick. Goes out wide, looking for Page. Jay Page has got the footy now. The vice-captain he is. Kicks the ball up towards the half-forward line. Good play there by Hunter, but he gave it up to Fulton. Fulton to Bedford. Bedford, right foot snap around the corner. Goes up towards full forward. Ongarello's got his name written all over it. Foster, Longham's in there as well. Eventually the ball gets smothered and it goes over the line and out of bounds. So good work there by Jay Naratsoglu on that occasion.
It's bad enough that, unfortunately, they can't match up down there in size-wise, but they're having to deal. Foster's having to deal with 2 up every time on him. And
he gave a little handball off, was terrific, then gave it to young Francis, kicks it up there towards full forward. Longham got in the back of Hunter. Umpire said there was no free kick there. Comes out towards Loney. Ryan, right foot snap around the corner was a gem. Absolute gem there. And I think it was Ryan Loney.
Yeah.
Strangely, he looks very much like his brother Nathan. They could be twins, couldn't they? They look that much alike. But it's Ryan Loney who kicks the goal.
Incredible. Towie, exactly what the Bombers needed.
They did at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, well, they need to come out because I'm sure this quarter's going to be finished shortly, and they're going to need to come out to kick another 3 in the third to be able to really contest the end of the game.
Ryan Loney, possessions in the second quarter.
He's only had 3.
He's had 3, and they've all been after the 14-minute mark because he didn't touch the footy in the first 14 minutes. Minchington got one a little bit high. Umpire said nothing there. Little kick around the corner from Waddell. In there is Sean Wilkie. No, it's not. Sam Drake. I should know the difference. One's about 11 foot and the other one's 4 foot. As the ball goes out towards the wing position, Degenhart. He got tackled immediately. He took possession of the footy. There's a player who's a little bit sore in the middle of the ground. It looks like Jay Reynolds. So keep an eye on that one, Geordie. But I don't think he's going. He might be shot.
He's in all sorts.
Not literally, of course, but I think that, as Liam Hogan's got the ball now inside 50, gets onto that left foot, sets sail, one-on-one in the goal square, going back with the flight of it. Waddell couldn't take the mark. Good defensive work down there. It was by Al Williams on that occasion, so he was able to hold his ground.
Got the fistule at the last minute to there and was able to knock it out of bounds.
He did. The ball gets thrown back in again. They need a little swooper here. Hogan, right foot snap, has missed it. I think a bit of premature celebration there it was for him too. He threw the right fist in the air.
He was liking that.
Some work, but it's half-time in this clash. We'll go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with the half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Love it.
Bad news it looks like there for the Frankston Bombers, with Jay Reynolds coming off with what we believe is a knee injury. So he was grabbing hold of his knee in the centre of the ground. He's been one of their best players today, and he's been probably their most consistent player all season. So a massive loss there for the Frankston Bombers. But the scoreboard is also a bit of a problem for them at the moment as well. They're 35 points down, 11 goals, 672. Dromana leading Frankston Bombers 5-7-37, so 35 points the difference, as we said. 6 goals to 3 they kicked in that quarter, Dromana, and coach Duncan Proud for the Frankston Bombers has plenty of work to do in the half-time break. He needs to mix things up in the centre of the ground.
Yeah, he does. He really needs to get that board and really mix things up, Towie. You're right. There's a few factors on the ground at the moment for the Bombers that just aren't working. Their backmen are working extremely hard. Forwards just can't take contested marks, unfortunately. So what they were doing earlier in the first quarter, Towie, where they were coming back, restarting, and hitting a man on the lead, it just seems to have stopped. And now they've just reverted back to bombing it in, and it's just not working for the Bombers.
Let's have a look at the goal kickers as it stands at the moment at half-time. Anthony Brunn has 4 first half goals for Dromana, 1 each to Paul Minchington, Ryan Slocum, and Stuart Cleve, and Terry Wheeler and Aaron Coyle both have 2 goals each for the Tigers. For Frankston Bombers, Ryan Loney, the only multiple goal kicker, with 2, Nathan Loney with 1, Scott Foster with 1, and Jason Kingsbury with 1. Let's go to the stats thanks to Pest Free, and Geordie, give us some stats of some individuals and then the team ones.
For Dromana, Adam Hunter only had the 1 that quarter. Paul Minchington has had 2 that quarter. Ryan Slocum the same, 2. Dan Gormley 5. Terry Wheeler has got 10 for the game and 2 goals. For Frankston Bombers, Ryan Loney only had the 3 touches that quarter. Jay Reynolds only the 1. Nathan Loney only the 2. Duncan Proud has 4 marks for the game and 5 touches. Bedford has 5 for the game. Inside 50s for Dromana, 28 for the game to Frankston 23, and clearances for Dromana 9-19 for the Bombers.
So Frankston Bombers doing the job there, and the clearances just can't win the footy when the ball goes forward. Simple as that. Let's go to a break, and then we'll be back with the girls from the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank, major supporters of not only football but sport and community involvement on the peninsula. They do a fantastic job.
They do a great job,
They do, so we look forward to talking to them on the other side of the break. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Traffic in the chopper.
And Jim's test and tag RPP match of the round. It is Dromana versus Frankston Bombers, and Dromana doing all the work in the first half. 11 goals, 672 to 5, 737, and that is on the Ryan District and Dromana Bendigo Bank scoreboard. And we've got a couple of the lovely ladies from the community bank branches. We've got Bronwyn Ralph from the when I read the name right in front of me, I thought I'm going to have all sorts of trouble reading this out. And what happened? I jinked myself, I think. Manager at the Dromana Community Bank branch, and also Cora Clough from the she's the regional manager of the Moynes Peninsula region, has been for the past 3 years. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Enjoying the day at the footy?
It's beautiful. We had a beautiful lunch, went to the sponsors lunch that Dromana Footy Club put on today, which was really lovely, and yeah, now we're out here with you guys, so very nice.
You guys do so much for not only community football, but just the general community. How much money have you given back to the community over the journey?
So to date, we've recently celebrated $100 million back into local communities throughout Australia, and just on the peninsula itself, we're up over $5 million since we started our community bank network in 1998. So huge amount of dollars invested back into local communities, and obviously it helps local clubs like the Dromana Football Club and football clubs throughout Australia to continue to do what they do really well. So
how many branches is there on the Mornington Peninsula now?
We've got 7 branches on the Mornington Peninsula, so Mount Martha, Mount Eliza, Hastings, Balnarring, Rye, Dromana and Mornington. There's a number of different sites or different outlets that anyone can come in and do their banking with us. Everyone needs to bank somewhere, so why would you not bank with the Bendigo Bank and help put money back into local communities?
Absolutely, and I'm just reading here that $500,000 a year Ryan Dromana Community Banks alone give back to the general community.
Yeah, that's our annual sponsorship budget, which our board and the sponsorship subcommittee on our board do a great job every year at allocating that money back to our local community.
It's amazing. So it's not only sporting clubs, of course, but schools, fire brigades, community groups, not-for-profit organisations. So how do people go about applying? Do you got to go through an application process for a grant?
No, they're not a grant as such, and there's no formal application process. Any not-for-profit organisation that currently banks with us or would like to move their banking across to us can apply for sponsorship. All they need to do is write a letter to the local, and they can drop it in at their local community bank branch, whether it's Ryan Dromana or one of the others around the peninsula, and just requesting an amount of sponsorship to assist them with the ongoing operation of their club or for a specific project. Our sponsorship dollars range from small projects of $500 up to bigger amounts of $25,000, $50,000 for fire trucks, playgrounds, that type of thing.
And I know that Rosebud Football Netball Club recently redeveloped their netball facilities thanks to
we had a big part to play in that. So, and that's all. The netball courts are fully operational, up and running this year, and provide a great additional feature for the club.
And what's the? It must be fantastic speaking to your customers, because surely they get something out of it actually banking with you and supporting you, because you are giving so much back to the community. Do you get that general feeling?
Absolutely, it's really nice to go out and speak to people in the community, even out of work hours, just living and being in the local community. If you've got kids that go to the local schools that are part of the local football clubs, and they all know us and are so appreciative of the money that we give back to. A lot of these clubs, wouldn't be operating anymore without that sponsorship money. Got beautiful musical.
There we have it. It's just a little bit of subtle background music.
Some thinking time.
Some thinking music. And they're popping up everywhere. We know they're obviously Ryan Dromana and Balnarring, Hastings, Mount Eliza, Mount Martha, of course, and then there's the outer ones with that you look after, I think, Cora, of Carrum Downs and Beaconsfield as well. Any new ones popping up anytime soon?
Funny you should ask that.
It was an opportune question.
It was a very opportune question. We've got a branch opening at Rosebud later this year. It'll be the 3rd site for the Ryan Dromana company.
We've still got
music in
we've got Bob Dylan, I think, now. A bit of Bob Dylan playing in the background. It's lovely.
All along the watchtower, I think.
Bron, you might be able to do a bit of volunteer work for the Half.mp4.
Second gig. No. So no, look, our Rosebud branch is earmarked to open around the middle of October, and that's at 1088 Point Nepean Road, Rosebud. We're in the process of building the site at the moment, so that's about halfway through, or a little bit less than that through. But the branch will certainly be up and running by the end of October. So that's something that we're really excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. And how I mean, do you need a financial commitment from the community to open a bank, to open a community bank? Is that the way it generally works?
Yeah, traditionally the community would come together and raise funds, pledge some funds, and we would open a community bank site, basically, so it's owned by the community as well. However, this particular instance, the Ryan Dromana branch have been so successful, giving back so much money into communities, across the peninsula, that they'll actually open this site on their own, but we'll still have, obviously, community buy-in by way of people banking with us, and us being able to sponsor and get a lot more involved in the Rosebud community. So yeah, it's something that we're really looking forward to.
Well, I know I speak on behalf of every person in our community when I extend a warm thank you to you both, and to the community banks for all the great work that you do. You do an outstanding job, and I don't think we could ever thank you enough. So thank you.
Thank you.
Keep doing the great work. That was, of course, Bronwyn Ralph and Cora Clough from the Dromana Community Bank branch, and also the Regional Manager, Mornington Peninsula Region. So we thank them for their time, and obviously the sponsorship looking after us today as well. The Ryan District and Dromana branches with the scoreboard. So let's go to a short break. We can crank that music up right now, and we'll have a little bit of an extended break, and we'll be back with the second half. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.